It's like Act 1 and Scene 20, then Act 2, Scene 20. Every time it's just the same. It's just that the acts change. As Karnataka's Congress government crosses the halfway mark, which is brilliant, the familiar CM change nataka has returned to centre stage yet again. Chief Minister Siddaramaiah insists he is here to stay to complete 5 years and present another budget. But then Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar's camp is on the move. The MLAs are in Delhi to press for a leadership change that the Congress has been trying hard to keep under wraps. Dinner meetings in Bengaluru, pressure meetings in Delhi, and the two past centres once again defining Karnataka's political storyline. Siddaramaiah marked the government's midterm milestone with a strong message on X, calling it 2.5 years of guarantee Sarkara, 2.5 years of people-centric governance. He dismissed any kind of a talk so far as CM change was concerned. Listen in.
ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಲೀಡರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಸರ್ಕಾರ ರಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಪುನರ್ ರೀಸಫಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಯಾರು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡೋದು? ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ ಅವರು ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾರ? ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡು ಏನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕೇಳಬೇಕು, ಡಿ.ಕೆ. ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. ಹೌದು, ನಾನೇ ಮುಂದುವರಿತೀನಿ, ಬಜೆಟ್ನು ನಾನೇ ಮಂಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ.
It's the same film, but the script changes now. That is the Delhi script. MLAs loyal to D.K. Shivakumar are flying in, meeting Congress Chief Mallikarjun Kharge, who's of course in Bengaluru, but trying to meet the senior leaders and pushing for DKS to get his turn as Chief Minister. Among those who are in Delhi, Srinivas Gubbi, T.D. Rajegowda, H.D. Ranganath, B. Shivanna, Mahendra Tamanavar, Sharat Bachegowda and Srinivas and several other MLCs. Their message to the High Command is very sharp. They say, honor the 2023 power sharing pact. Give DKS the opportunity he worked for and deserves. Now, DKS himself has maintained distance, saying he knows nothing, and the MLAs in Delhi are only to pitch for their stake in the cabinet rejig. What he further said about the CM post is for you to listen.
ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಯಾವ ಬಣ್ಣನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಬಣ್ಣದ ನಾಯಕನೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು 140 MLAಗಳಿಗೂ ಶಾಸಕ, ಇದು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ. ನನಗೆ 140 ಜನನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಗುಂಪು ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಗುಂಪು ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೂ ಇಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ದಟ್. ನನ್ನ ಬ್ಲಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಎ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಬ್ಲಡ್.
But then DKS's brother D.K. Suresh said it very, very openly. He said, and I quote, Siddaramaiah made a promise, he will keep his word, close quote. Now back in Bengaluru, Satish Jarkiholi, Siddaramaiah's close aide, hosted a dinner huddle. He dismissed any talk of plotting for CM change. Listen in.
कुछ नहीं है, 30 महीने में हमने 15 बार इधर ऐसा मीटिंग हुआ है. यहाँ 10 बार हुआ है, बार 5-6 बार हुआ है. दिल्ली और बार जो चल रहा है उसका उसको लेने देना नहीं है. वो रूटीन हम मिलते रहते हैं, आगे भी मिलेंगे. देखिए, हम मांगने से कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. हाई कमांड जो करना है वो करेंगे. अगर हम 100 लोग जाए, 50 लोग जाए, उसका कोई लेना देना नहीं है. अंतिम निर्णय तो हमारा पार्टी करेंगे. अभी हम जाके उसको बदल दो, इसको आगे का तो नहीं होने वाला है.
Now, right at the top, what is going on is once again very careful treading. The Congress leadership appears kind of uncomfortable because Randeep Surjewala also came in damage control mode and said that CM change buzz is opposition's way to undermine the stellar achievements and of the 5 guarantees of the Siddaramaiah government. But the BJP has seized the moment, and why shouldn't it? Opposition leader R. Ashoka tore into the Congress, calling Congress's current situation as 2.5 years, 2 campfires. Now, both camps are trying to outdo each other. The drama is clearly somewhere hurting governance and administration. So today, Karnataka's political theatre is once again split screen, halfway mark achieved, but the CM change nataka, well, that seems to be just happening. Maybe it's shadow boxing, but who knows? Let's talk to the experts. Dr. Baswaraj Itnal, senior journalist and political analyst, is with us. and CAV Subramanian, also senior political analyst, is with us. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us on the show. Dr. Itnal, I just think that the top brass, the high command is in a bit of a bind after the debacle in Bihar and doesn't want to even touch this cart because it will just topple then, because they are very, very cagey that after what they faced in Bihar with copious amounts of egg on their face, they are somewhere very, they're not scared. They are very careful that they should not do anything with the way things are in the Karnataka government right now. Do you agree with me?
What would have been an easy, case to solve for the Congress High Command has become a tightrope walk post the Bihar debacle. That is obvious, and that's what we are seeing here now. Because whether there was a pact between D.K. Shivakumar or Siddaramaiah before the High Command in 2023, 30 months ago, is anybody's guess. And we do have enough journalistic experience to say that there was one, though there was no publicly announced pact, because such pacts are not publicly announced. Number one. Number two, what is happening is, apart from Siddaramaiah, nobody is saying that Siddaramaiah is going to be here for 5 months in the same. I'm talking about between Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivakumar. D.K. Shivakumar is saying that yes, if the High Command wishes, Siddaramaiah shall continue for 5 years. And he's not even making these public statements that I demand my share of power and all. Publicly, he is maintaining a very, very well-curated image of a party loyalist. Whereas Siddaramaiah continues to, flex his muscles in terms of numbers of MLAs with him and in terms of his achievements, in terms of his agenda politics. He continues to flex his muscle and he continues to say that, yes, I shall remain for 5 years. That gives away the plot very easily. That Siddaramaiah, somewhere down the line, he is trying to challenge the party high command, take action, and face the consequences. Whereas D.K. Shivakumar is telling everybody and to the party high command also, I shall follow what the party high command says. If they say that Siddaramaiah is for 5 years, no doubt about it. We'll all work under him. That's what is his official line.
But
whereas supporters are lobbying. His supporters are lobbying in Delhi, and his supporters are saying in Bangalore also. And this evening, what happens at Karge residence, we are all curious to see.
Absolutely, but I don't think it's as simple. I'll come back to you because D.K. Shivakumar is also orchestrating. He's the puppeteer, I somehow feel, for, yes, Challuvar Asami and, Harish Gowda and all these people, Gubbi, who are all sitting in Delhi right now, to say we've come for a business meeting. I mean, they think that, they are smart by half, but they are not. Let me bring Mr. Subramanian. Mr. Subramanian, this has been going on for 2.5 years. I'm not saying that the government has not achieved anything owing to an internal skirmish, as it were. But this internecine war, if it doesn't go away, it is impacting in a great way of very, very major, I'll tell you the decisions that it is impacting. Number one, the caste census. Do we know anything about the caste census? We know it's done, that it will be, yes, when no one knows there is a curtain. Let's talk about, mending the roads in Bengaluru. Now, they said 31st October, then they said, no, not 31st, it's 10th of November. Today, we are sitting on 21st of November. I'm doing a story on how a 46-year-old woman died. In everything, there is a kind of a, there is no convergence, there is divergence completely. Don't you think this constant kind of you, me, tit for tat is really impacting the way the government is functioning, sir?
So that's what we precisely call it's a poor governance. Okay, we'll come back to the poor governance first. First, I want to bring to the audience a highlight saying that everybody is talking. Anybody in Congress now, whether it is Siddaramaiah or D.K. Shivakumar, talking about high command. Who is that high command? Nobody mentions. See, for me or for you, for everybody, Congress president is Karge, right? Mallikarjuna Kharge. But they are not mentioning his name. But they are saying high command. So who is the man behind the high command? So it's like a dynasty. So they are not able to spell out his name, whether it is Rahul Gandhi or whether it is Sonia Gandhi, who is actually taking the decision, calling the shots on behalf of the Congress party, but putting the Kharge face in front of the people, right? So that is why, people are confused. Who is going to take the decision? And DK Shivakumar, so when he tweeted also, he never said that, no, so he will adhere to the decision of the High Command. What he is saying that it's all 140 MLAs or my MLAs. Okay. So then he has to say that whoever is elected by the 140 MLA people, right, or my MLAs, okay, they'll be having the legislative council meeting. Typically, that's how it happens, right? Legislative council meeting will happen. Okay, they will select the leader amongst themselves. That leader will become the chief minister, right? The second one will be the deputy chief minister. That's the arrangement what they are having. But in 2023, it's an unwritten agreement what they had between Siddaramaiah sir and D.K. Shivakumar that he will continue for 2.5 years and later 2.5 years he will come back. We know that, right? But you are saying that the Siddaramaiah is saying that, no, I'm going to present the budget, the next budget.
Yes.
So we have performed well. But 1.5 years back, D.K. Shivakumar openly came in public and said, we cannot implement the 5 guarantees what we are given in the manifesto.
Yes.
Okay. We don't have the money, so we cannot give the guarantees whatever we are given. And if I'm going to give the guarantees money to the people, I cannot do the infrastructure project. Okay. He said, whether you want the infrastructure or you want guarantees.
All right.
So that's not how should the government will work. No, government should take the decision very wisely. What is needed for the people, what is needed for the state.
Absolutely,
okay.
And that is being compromised in a big way, Mr. Subramaniam, like you're saying. He also turned away MLAs and said, I have no money to give. Go, do what you have to. Now, Dr.
How can you say that? How can you say that?
But he did say that, sir. I mean, I recall it very well.
No, when you prepare the manifesto, that's what we have been tussling between the Tamil Nadu government and other governments also. Okay, without knowing the financial structure or financial balance of the state, you are committing in the manifesto. People are believing in that and casting the vote in favor of you.
Dr. Itnal, Mr. Subramaniam, I'll come back to you, sir. Let me also get Dr. Itnal in. I have to go take, one ping pong ball. I have to give both of you equal opportunities, sir. Dr. Itnal, but it's very clear that DKS is orchestrating it very well. I somehow feel now, Siddaramaiah has done his innings, it's maybe curtains, it's his swan song, he's not interested. His son also went and, spoke about how the baton should move to Satish Jarkioli, etc. We know all that. And the way he says, what is there? I went to speak about the, the cabinet rejig, did not happen. What CM change? I'm here to stay, I'm fine, all this. But somehow I feel D.K. Shivakumar is the smarter one because he ain't calling it a day. He's like the puppeteer, who's actually has both his hands very, very busy. He sent his ambassadors to Delhi, although here he is pretending the High Command, like Mr. Subramanian says, who's this elusive High Command? No one knows, but the High Command will decide, he will complete. His brother also then jumps into it. I somehow feel that the DKS camp is getting extremely desperate, Dr. Itnal.
Very obviously, Sudha, because, when we talk about party high command, yes, party high command is not necessarily or exclusively Mr. Karge. It is Karge and the Gandhi family. And we all know how loyal and how close Mr. D.K. Shivakumar with the Gandhi family. And Karge, when the push comes to shove, he will definitely support D.K. Shivakumar, not Siddaramaiah, because there is hardly any loss between the two leaders. And what about this, the development and all this push and high command culture, etc. I don't think Mr. Bommai was elected by a fair election of legislators in, when he was given power after Yediyurappa. So every party has these internal mechanisms where the central leaders will take decisions. That's one. And as long as D.K. Shivakumar getting desperate, yes, obviously, because if not D.K. Shivakumar, D.K. Suresh at least has made it very clear that there has been a 50-50 power sharing formula, and the political history of 2023 does show us that the victory of Congress to such an extent was possible not only because of Siddaramaiah, but also in equal measure due to D.K. Shivakumar as well. So that's what D.K. Shivakumar has been telling. He had been asking that I have worked for the party. Yes, Siddaramaiah has also worked. He has had his turn. Let me also have my turn. Now, if other names that we're talking about, Parameshwar or Jarkioli, they're all Trojan horses. Everybody knows it's not time for Jarkioli, it's not time for Parmeshwar. If at all there is going to be change, it is going to be D.K. Shivakumar. Nobody is going to, accept anyone else, or nobody, even High Command can't even think of nominating a Jarkioli or a Parmeshwar or any other leader as Chief Minister alternative to Siddaramaiah.
Yeah.
So there is some community leaders. There are some community leaders from backward community. They are insisting that if Ahinda leader, a backward community leader, is asked to step down, another backward community leader must be made at CM.
Right.
These are all, just bargaining chips.
All right.
The only point is Siddaramaiah has had his turn, like you observed, he has had his run. He is quite old also.
Yes.
But down somewhere, deep inside, there is a fear. If Siddaramaiah steps down, if D.K. Shivakumar takes over, what happens to, not Siddaramaiah, what happens to Siddaramaiah faction? What happens to Jarkioli? What happens to MD Patil?
Yes.
Those are the concerns.
Yeah, those are
and probably if they can address that, High Command should be able to take a decision this evening or anytime soon.
Yes, Doc. But Mr. Subramaniam, let me come to you. Mr. Subramaniam, like whatever Dr. Itnal said, I'm just asking you one thing. If you take the caste census as a context, we do not know what will come out of it. I wonder if it will even come out. Sorry to sound like a pessimist, but we have one earlier experience in 2015. And as a young journalist, I saw how it was leaked out and everything. But Mr. Subramanian, if we go by this, and also by the general, what Rahul Gandhi has been talking about, the backwards, to be given more of a push, then don't you think, and also, let's never forget Siddaramaiah's contribution to the Ahinda movement. Don't you think that, there D.K. Shivakumar's situation becomes slightly kind of weak? But if you look at, like Doc said, look at, he's worked also in Telangana. He's worked also in Maharashtra. He also went to Bihar. Yes, Bihar was a big loss, but then if you talk about Telangana, he worked for Revant Reddy, for God's sake. He will say, what is this? I'm the leader of today. I should be in. Big conundrum, I think. I do not know who the poor, elusive, Scarlet Pimpernel kind of high command is, but it's a very, very tough choice. Would you agree, Mr. Subramanian?
Yeah, see, compared to D.K. Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah, D.K. Shivakumar has got a long innings to go in Karnataka. To me, at least another 3 elections, he will be the chief ministerial candidate from the Congress, right? So, but Siddaramaiah, maybe considering his health and age, probably, I don't know whether he'll be contesting in the election in the upcoming 2028. Okay, considering this fact, D.K. Shivakumar has given his best efforts to bring back Karnataka in this 2023 election and also worked in other states to get Congress into the limelight. But unfortunately, after 2023, there is a sheer anti-incumbency has set in, and in the 2024 Lok Sabha election, okay, so in 2023 election, Congress has got 1.68 crores votes in the 2023 Assembly election. They got only 1.78 crores voters in the 2024 Lok Sabha election. But 2023 election May, BJP has got 1.38 crores, roughly 1.4 crores, but they gone up to 1.77 crores. You can imagine, the Congress government ruled the state for 1.5 years or 2 years, close to that, but they're not able to increase their vote share, okay, because of the poor performance. But BJP was able to deliver, okay, despite that they lost the election in 2023, okay, they are able to increase their vote share significantly by more than 30 lakh votes, which means people have reposed faith on BJP that I think they have failed to bring back the BJP in 2023. They understood that. That's why they are given the major share of their vote into Lok Sabha election in 2024 for NDA government in BJP, right? So that's where the message is. So D.K. Shivakumar and Siddaramaiah duo, they are not able to fulfill the promises. Also, there is an internal politics is going on. So that is creating a lot of confusion. People are not able to perform. They're not able to focus on the governance per se. Whatever the guarantees they are given, whatever the road we are seeing in the Bengaluru, right?
But the roads in Bangalore, I do agree, sir. But Dr. Itnal, wouldn't you agree that the guarantees have been delivered? If you look at the Shakti scheme, sir, it's made international headlines. Anna Bhagya, people are getting the rice, sir. It's not as if we can just, use a common brush to say nothing is working. It may not work out in pockets, but overall, it is because of the 5 guarantees in Karnataka, Dr. Itnal, that the 6 guarantees was copied in Telangana. And in Telangana also, these guarantees are performing well. Well doesn't mean 100%. well means, let us say 75%. Doctor, would you agree?
Absolutely. In fact,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
that after this only there was a coin termed of BJP called Modi Ka Guarantee. Modi Ka Guarantee was inspired by Congress guarantees. Number two, I may criticize the way the guarantee schemes are implemented, but in recent political history, there are very few governments where there are very few leaders who fulfilled their election promises to this extent. How it is implemented, what is its impact in development, that's a different debate. A politician has promised, a government has promised 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guarantees. If not fully, yes, 3 they have delivered, 4 they delivered effectively. They're working, yes, they're working. That seems to be the core strength of Siddaramaiah. He says, mine is a guarantee government. I deliver what I promise, and that goes down because there are mere words. The action, the results are seen every day by women traveling by buses every month in their bank accounts. So this is seen continuously.
Absolutely.
So that's very difficult to beat. It's very difficult to beat.
It's very
a
difficult. Yeah,
bank.
it's a difficult act to kind of match. But Dr. Itnal, the point is that yes, like you said, that's a different conversation altogether. But let's look at these two people. Siddaramaiah, like you said, a Hinda leader, but he's done his run. But look at D.K. Shivakumar, very controversial, but always in the news. Whether he got, Biocon's Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw to come and give him flowers and had a cup of tea, whether he made Tejasvi Surya come to him and talk about the tunnel road. Then later, of course, both of them, criticized each other. Whether it is about the way he said, you want to leave Bengaluru, no? Go, don't blackmail me. That kind of pride in Namma Bengaluru, the kind of tunnel road, he's been criticized. I've criticized him a lot of times, not that I matter to him. But then the point is, the man somehow seems to be appealing to what is called the voter who wants to progress and get out of this casteist rut. Would you agree, Doc?
So Ahinda politics has created a different kind of a caste divide or a caste block divide in Karnataka, which is deplorable. I don't really appreciate that. In contrast, that D.K. Shivakumar talks about what? He is talking about development. What is Siddaramaiah saying? There is no money for development. I have to spend on guarantees. In CLP meetings, he's saying that. Well, then D.K. Shivakumar saying what he is saying. I'll build a tunnel road. And what Siddaramaiah is saying? No, we need money for the Lakshmi. We are not paid yet. We have to do that. And D.K. Shivakumar can go a step ahead and take few steps to even work out borrowings from international agencies to see the project through. And what is BJP saying? No, don't do this project. It is environmentally unfriendly. It is let us encourage public transit. What was BJP government doing? What did they ever do anything for public transit? They also envisaged big projects. That is different. When somebody is doing, you come up with this thing. And in the last government, there was a elevated corridor plan. It was stalled because again these environmental agitations by the very same people who complained that there is a traffic congestion in Bangalore.
Right.
And they don't want solutions. They want to complain.
Right.
So that is a divide. And what does development mean? What is when a legislator asks money for his constituency development, MLA area development funds? Siddaramaiah says there is no money. We have to focus on guarantee schemes. And D.K. Shivakumar is talking about development. This is a very important difference. It's a very important difference that's going to play a key factor in the next couple of days. When D.K. Shivakumar says, I will give money for development, who is benefited? The legislator. By directly, indirectly, whatever it means. Development means money for the MLAs also.
All right.
So today or tomorrow, a huge number of MLAs are going to switch. Because development, they have not seen development in the last 2.5 years.
Right.
You want D.K. Shivakumar who can take bold decisions.
Yeah.
Probably D.K. Shivakumar will roll back a couple of guarantees to see the developments through.
Yeah. Mr. Subramaniam, let me bring you in before I close this part of my show, The South Indian. Mr. Subramaniam, this kind of, posturing done by Shivakumar, all that I described to Dr. Itnal of being this leader who's only focused on development, a leader who takes up challenges, a leader who's thought to be arrogant but very, very firm in what he thinks and will do, a man who's followed by lots of young people and also by a band of supporters who are right now camping here in Delhi, but also him getting up and singing the RSS song in the assembly, or him you think all these things also, and also his alleged mastery over resort politics, do you think all this makes him to be one person? Age is on his side. Let's not be ageist for one moment and leave it aside. After all, we had one of the greatest chief ministers, Yedurappa, who was old, but what a chief minister he was and what a leader he is still. But do you think D.K. Shivakumar, because of all this, stands more of a chance to kind of, go over this very, very easy? He may kind of genuflect to what Mr. Kharge says or others say, but he is not going to let go of this opportunity if it falls into his lap.
No, leave alone the individual differences between them. But what I see from D.K. Shivakumar's move and his vision, he's a future-focused person. He's a future-focused leader. Okay, what he wants to do by way of implementing infrastructure projects, whenever he talks, he wants to create an employment for the people of Karnataka, right? So that is what you don't want to give a fish to the people today. You want to give a fish net so that people can catch fish on their own. That is what he believes. He's a future leader. But Siddaramaiah is from the old tradition. You want to, at least in the last tenure, you want to be in the power. You want to be a chief minister. So that is why I think with some push, some dialogue with the high command in the 2 years back, he was able to get all those 5 manifestos, 5 guarantees in the manifestos, and take some votes before that. Okay, but D.K. Shivakumar, if you ask me, he was not in alignment. But since I think they want to come back to power, so there is an alignment has happened. That alignment is trying to get broken now. That is why it is coming that 2.5 years. As per the agreement, unwritten agreement, that so you have to fulfill the promise. So you have been a CM. So let me take a second chance. Okay, let me prove it. So you have in the first 2.5 years. So you have fulfilled the guarantees what you have given to the people. Second 2.5 years, let me focus on the projects. Let me focus on the development. So that let's go back to the high command. Okay, quote unquote that high command. So we'll get the order from them. That is why I think he has sent his own people there to get the pulse of the high command, and then he can take a call accordingly.